All right, continuing the video on the other side of the house.
Yeah, on the other side of the house is definitely an option. I mean, I could certainly understand you're wanting to be closer to inside the house. Here you come up to the back porch and you have to walk across the entire porch to get inside the house. I understand that. But a lift here is a possibility. Flatter ground. But definitely very easy installation for the lift. Concrete pad would need to be poured for the lift. New sidewalk, we can't use just the stones. Highly recommend just a brand new concrete solid sidewalk. Easier to maneuver the wheelchair around.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely. But of course, you're not going to be. It's going to take you a little bit longer to be undercover.
Right.
From this side, so it's definitely an option.
Okay, but an option, so that's something they could decide.
Absolutely, absolutely. What's going to be involved, depending on where we place it, electrical power for the lift, dedicated circuit to operate the lift. They do come with a battery operated system option, which is a little bit more costly, but in case you do lose power to the house, you can still operate the lift. Okay. Concrete pad that the lift sits on, that we secure it to. Okay. And then of course any sidewalks to access the lift area would need to be done. In this case, we need to cut out an opening in the existing railing, put a couple support posts so we can attach a top landing gate that we provide, okay, that has an interlock system to it, so that the lift is in the down position, the gate stays locked.
Okay.
As the lift rises up, triggers the gate to unlock, so all you have to do is push it open.
Okay.
Okay. On the other side of the house, by the mudroom, we would need to have an exterior door created, framed opened, okay, and just have the lift simply come up to the exterior door, the new exterior door of the mudroom. Okay.
And what about completely enclosing the lift? Is that an
An
option?
enclosure is possible. Actually, before I touch on the enclosure, one other possibility perhaps on the other side by the mudroom is to build out like a 5x5 platform. Okay, again, if you have room with the easement, okay, build out a 5x5 foot platform and have the lift just simply come up to the new platform, okay, turn and head towards a new door still that you need to create for the mudroom.
Right.
Enclosing the lifts, because they are pretty industrial type looking, they're not very attractive to look at. You can simply have the manufacturer provide you an enclosure. It's a plexiglass, aluminum or steel frame enclosure that we can put around the lift with either clear plexi or bronze plexiglass inserts. Again, may or may not be desirable by you. We've had a lot of people just create their own enclosure around it.
Yeah, I think that's what they were thinking, having a contractor come and build something around.
Yeah. It could be a stone, brick, wood frame, whatever type of enclosure you want to put around it. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. It just kind of hide things a little bit more.
Right.
We would still provide a top landing gate for the top. Still going to have a platform and a machine tower to one side, where it'd be the left or the right, but within the enclosure that you provide. And then however you want to do it down at the bottom, typically we have an automatic folding ramp that comes down, so that when the lift comes down to ground level, you just wheel straight out of the lift once that ramp comes down. So you don't want to infringe upon that ramp coming down.
Right.
So your enclosure's got to allow that to happen.
Okay. And of the three areas, like once you look around, like I like to, get what you would recommend as the optimal way to go about it, and cost effective as well.
Well,
if they don't, and I'm sure they don't go hand in hand.
Right, right. The most cost-effective way would probably be right over here, right next to the existing stairs, off the existing back porch. That'd probably be the most cost-effective way, because you have less work that needs to be done for the lift. The lift in every scenario is going to be the same cost,
Okay.
primarily, because you're talking about our platform and machine housing, top gate, and the auto folding ramp.
And the concrete slab as well? Or-
Well, the concrete slab is part of the site preparation.
Okay.
Okay. What we provide is the lift itself, and we
Okay.
install the lift. Okay, with necessary permits. But the site preparation, that refers to the concrete slab, the sidewalk, the electrical, the railing modification, door installation at the mudroom if we go over there. That's all under the site prep,
Okay.
which would be a general contractor.
Okay.
Okay. So that would be the most economical. This side would probably be second in line as far as economical, because again, we're just coming straight up to the existing porch, just cutting out an opening here with a gate, concrete slab. Now this one's going to cost a little bit more because you're going to have a little more sidewalk that you're going to need to pour here. Whereas this one over there, you could probably get by with the existing stone walkway,
Okay.
but not this stone walkway.
Right.
The most expensive would be probably the option by the mudroom, because you are building out a new door out of the mudroom, okay, entry door, and potentially another 5x5 platform for the lift to come up to. Okay, and of course you got concrete slab, you got sidewalks coming around that tree. Okay, so that one's probably going to be your most expensive option.
Okay. And would you have any like ballpark numbers that you'd be comfortable throwing out?
For our part of it, which is the lift installation, probably between the $7,000 and $8,000 range. Okay. Actually, let me measure height, because we have lifts to cover different heights. Take that back, maybe around the $8,000 or $9,000 range, because we need to go to an 8-foot lift. We can't do a 6-foot lift because you're beyond the 6 feet of travel.
Okay.
At least on this side. It might vary over on that side. I didn't measure the travel height there, but if you want an 8 or 9 with a
Okay.
lift and the installation, okay. Site preparation being extra
Right. Okay.
on top of that. Site preparation could be anywhere from I don't know $4,000 to $8,000,
Okay.
depending on where we situate the lift.
Right. You're right. And yeah, because I think their ideal spot was over by the tree, and then extending the mudroom, so that's the extra construction cost
Exactly.
that comes in at that point. And I have a
Yeah.
contractor
Yeah,
coming.
over there would be the least amount, and then the mudroom would be the most amount of site prep.
Okay.
Higher cost, higher end.
Okay.
So determining which one's the best, it kind of depends on preferences of the client, functionality of the client, how they're looking to use the lift. If there's any way to maybe be able to get them on the phone or something like that, just to ask them
Right.
more detail about who, how, when
How often? Right.
the lift is going to be used.
Okay. All right. So that's pretty much wraps up your assessment of the property and
Yeah, I mean for now.
yeah, in the three
For
different
now.
places. Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Sure, no problem.